Hello and welcome to another short review shot here at Optics Trade headquarters. Today I have here a brand new series of rifle scopes made by Zeiss Conquest V4. Now, as we all know, Zeiss is a renowned company with quite a long tradition in the field of optics, which is why I'm quite eager to share with you all the interesting features that this series has to offer. Now, the V4 was introduced this year at IWA in Nuremberg, Germany, along with the new binoculars with an integrated laser rangefinder Victory RF. So Zeiss presented quite a lot of interesting stuff this year at IWA. This series, so the Conquest V4, is a replacement for the old Zeiss Conquest DL. And with these rifle scopes, the range of rifle scopes is a little bit narrower than it was with the Conquest DL series. And furthermore, the whole series, when it came to the Conquest DL, was a little bit more Europe-oriented as regards the magnification. Now there are two American-oriented hunting rifle scopes in the Conquest V4 series as regards the magnification range. These are 4-16 by 44 and 6-24 by 50. We anticipate that in the European market, the driven hunt specialist, so the 1-4 by 24, this is the model that I have here, and the Twilight Specialist 3-12 by 56 will be the most sold models. What we miss in this series is a Europe hunting oriented rifle scope with a 50mm objective lens. And since this series features a 4x zoom factor, a 2.5 to 10 by 50 model, for example, would be a great addition to the series, and the one that would be probably very popular here in the European market. Now, in this price class of €1,000, Zeiss always had a successful rifle scope series on the market, and with the introduction of the V4 Conquest V4 models, the current Zeiss lineup as regards the price class is completed. So we have at the very top we have Victory V8, which costs roughly €3,000. Then a little bit further down we have Conquest V6, which costs around €1,700, and now we have the V4 series for approximately €1,000, and we can see that their lineup really is complete. These are affordable, they're quite of a good quality for the price, and optically this series is also quite decent, so we have to take into account that this rifle scope costs approximately €1,000. Now, before we go on to move to general properties of these rifle scopes, it is important to point out the origins of this rifle scope. Now, both predecessors, so the Conquest DL and Duralit, were made in Europe, but this is not the case with the new Conquest V4 series that we have here. These are made in Japan, as you can see. This is right here, Japan. So this is a new thing for Zeiss scopes, but it does not seem to affect the optical quality. If we compare the optics of this device to the Conquest DL, there is really no major difference. The fact that they're made in Japan and not Germany is thus not a game changer. But nevertheless, some hunters find it important to get a German-made rifle scope for a price of €1,000 and above. And the fact that Zeiss chose the Conquest V4 series to be manufactured in Japan is quite a bold move, and only time will tell if it was also a clever move. Now let's move on to the magnification range. I've already mentioned the four models, now let's go through them again. The first one is the Driven Hunt Specialist, the wide-angle model that we're going to review today. This is the 1-4 by 24. Then we also have the 4-16 by 44, which is a model mostly suitable for stalking, but it comes with a more American-oriented hunting magnification range, and which is why it will probably not be as popular here in the European market. The same goes for the 6-24 by 50 model. This is a model meant for long-range hunting, again with the American-oriented magnification range. Here in Europe, hunters usually don't go with such high magnifications when hunting. So these two rifle scopes will probably not be as successful here. Then we have another model which we believe will be quite popular. So the 3 to 12 by 56. This is a twilight specialist, great for hunting in the dusk. So these are the 4 models. Today we're going to be talking about the wide angle, so the twilight specialist that we have here, 1 to 4 by 24. Now, I've mentioned quite a lot of times its magnification. We can see that it has a 4 times zoom factor. At the 1 times magnification setting, the user can look through with both eyes open. But whether the magnification is a real 1 times, this is debatable. It is probably slightly above 1 times, but nevertheless, looking through the scope at 1 times magnification is still fairly comfortable. The field of view at the mentioned magnification, so 1 times, is 38 meters on 100 meters. The rifle scope is 25 centimeters long and weighs 450 grams, so around that. Now let's move on to the turrets of the rifle scope. These are, as you can see, classic hunting turrets. They are capped, protected from potential impacts, blows. 1 click equals half an MOA, which means that 1 click moves the point of impact for approximately 0.7 centimeters on 50 meters. Clicks, as you can hear, are crisp, and you can also nicely feel them. Now, if we again look at the turrets, they are quite nice here on the top. The upper part of the turret is designed so that you can get a nice firm grip, making the rotation easier. Also, resetting them to 0 is quite simple. You just have to lift the turret up and align the arrow with the dot underneath. The windage turret here can also be reset to 0 the same way as the elevation turret. As you can see that it also features an arrow, like so. Also very crisp. The turrets are counterclockwise, which means that rotating the elevation turret to the left will move the point of impact up, and rotating the windage turret to the left will move the point of impact to the right. Now, these were all information regarding the turrets of this rifle scope. Now we are going to move to the next chapter, and that is the Illumination. Now, 1 to 4 by 24 comes with the famous reticle made by Zeiss, so the reticle 60, and an illuminated central dot, which is of course daytime bright, as befits a driven hunt specialist. For now, reticle 60 is the only available reticle. With time, maybe they will add more. As regards the dot, the definition is very, very nice, as is typical for the Zeiss rifle scopes. For example, with Conquest V6 series, the dot is also very nice. The user can choose from 10 levels of illumination intensity, for all the way from dusky, from when it's a little bit more dusky outside, to daytime brightness. And this is good because the user can this way set the illumination to fit the ambient light and can then comfortably use it. Now, what I also like with this rifle scope is that there is an off switch between each level of intensity. So if, for example, you have, I don't know, illumination set at 5, you do not have to turn the turret all the way around to turn the illumination off. You can simply move it for 1 click, and then you can simply get back to it with a 1 click. So this is very handy, a great addition by Zeiss. The illumination is powered by a CR2032 battery, which is installed right here. Now, as regards mounting, there is a novelty in this field, and that is that for now Zeiss does not offer these rival scopes with a ZM-VM rail underneath. At the moment, this means that they can only be mounted with rings. We sincerely hope that Zeiss will add the option to mount the V4 series scopes with rail. We'll have to wait and see if they add this option. It would really be nice. As regards the scope of delivery, you get this cover for the protection of lenses. You also get a lens cleaning cloth and a quick guide. These all come in this box right here. What is also nice is that, as is the case with other Zeiss Zeiss rifle scopes, you get a 10 years of warranty. This is a really nice addition. Now, it is time for a conclusion, so let's enumerate some great and some not so great things about this series. What I like about this series is that you get, of course, 10 years of warranty, as is the case with the other more expensive rifle scopes made by Zeiss. I like its price-performance ratio. For a price of 1,000 euros, the quality is very decent. Now, if we move on to the features that are perhaps not so nice and could perhaps be a little bit better, the first thing that probably concerns me is that the rifle scope is no longer made in Germany. Now, the quality of the optics is decent, we cannot argue that, but for a price of 1,000 euros and above, some hunters would expect to get a rifle scope made in Germany. So this might be a deal breaker for some hunters. And the second point is that for now the buyer cannot choose to order the rifle scope with a ZM-VM rail underneath. With other words, only mounting with rings is currently possible. The third minus refers to the whole V4 series. And that is that currently there is no model with a 42mm objective lens and no model with a 50mm objective lens that would feature a Europe-oriented hunting magnification range. We have the 6-24 by 50, but the magnification range is more adapted to American hunters who tend to hunt with higher magnifications. Now, this would be all from my side. I hope that I enumerated everything that was important. If you have any other questions about anything that regards the Conquest V4 series, you can either send us an email or leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, if you found the video useful, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hope to see you guys next time.